Hello and welcome to the final session of Masks: A New Generation, Year 1, our take on some existing characters. And we are here at the finale. My name is Lowell, pronouns he, him. And this session is part of the Gauntlet Gaming Calendar, which is an online gaming club/community. You can find out more about that at gauntlet-rpg.com. We have in a few weeks, in mid-October, a free online con called Gauntlet Community Open Gaming. You can find out about that at the website. There are still sessions with some seats open, some really interesting games that are on there. Last time we ended with some wishes. I'll kind of briefly go through it. The Hulk, smashing She-Hulk is on the list. Looking forward to action. Trying to punch Loki, but that not helping anything. Trying to connect better with Thor, Catwoman, as well as a particular NPC that you wanted on the table that will be on the table. It just a big stakes mess was, I think, the last on the wish list. So just to go through that. Let's check in on any advances that anyone got. Daredevil, did you get an advance last time?
I did, and I took I'll save you, though you're willing to pay a high cost to keep your loved ones safe, reveal your secret identity to someone watching, or make a mark condition to defend a loved one as if you rolled a 12+.
That's a good call. All right. And She-Hulk, did you get an advance?
I did. I picked, I can do this all day.
Okay.
When something causes you to remove yourself from a fight, you can shift Savior down another level up. Savior obviously can't go below -2.
Okay. Awesome. Dr. Strange, did you get an advance?
I did, and I unlocked my moment of truth.
Ooh, these are always good. And Catwoman?
I don't think so.
Okay. And Thor, did you get an advance?
I did. I'm also going to go with the moment of truth as well.
Oh, excellent. So we've got those out there. So what I want to do before we know that the situation is that you've been called out to this vessel out in the harbor. Again, a timetable for that. You have some time before that. And I want to go around and give a chance for since once around with everybody to check in, especially with an eye to Daredevil and Thor, to maybe clearing some of those conditions as might be needed here. It is that calm before the storm moment. And I think probably back at that base question mark, the area that is above the theater that you've gathered before, with the rearranged couches and everything. So let's start with we'll just go across the character keeper. So I want to start with you. Oh, yes, of course, that's it. So let's skip forward a couple. So She-Hulk is in this time before you move on. You know you're going to face Mr. Gray. You know you've got these things looming over you. What's the scene that you want to call here?
Let me think. I don't know. She-Hulk is, is kind of flicking through her logbook, and she's thinking about, the fact that she has a date with Catwoman, and which hopefully will still happen if they're both still in shape for it. But she doesn't really have any faith in that yet. She's full of concern for her half brother, Dr. Banner, who she knows is in there somewhere, even though she's going to have to face essentially his twisted alter ego under the worst circumstances. She's kind of ill at ease in showing it at this moment. And as I said, is kind of trying to study and clearly not doing it. And at one point she bangs the logbook closed.
And I think, if I may, I think your phone rings.
Hey,
Where are you? Says your guardian.
Layla. I'm taking a personal day.
You have been home in 2 days. I was on a double, but what's going on?
I met somebody. I don't know where it's going yet. She's the sort of a go away closer kind of person. And she's had a lot of, trouble with relationships in the past, but but I really like her. And I think there might be something there. And I'm willing to see where it goes. And if, maybe nothing's going to happen.
Okay, 2 things. One, when you're not going to be here, you need to call and check in. 2, that's all fine and good, but get your ass home.
I will, but I can't do that right this moment. I'll see you tonight.
I need you to get home now, she says, and she's pushing your mundane up, trying to get you to recognize your home life duties. Do you want to resist her influence?
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget how this rule works.
So the basic move when you
Okay. When you reject somebody's influence, you just roll
Yep.
straight up. Okay, dice. What kind of day is it gonna be? 8.
okay, so you get to choose one. You can clear a condition or mark potential by proving them wrong. That yes, you will go home. You can shift a label, your choice, or you can cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them.
I'm going to shift labels.
Okay, what are you shifting?
I'm going to push down mundane since I'm pushing back against her, and I'm going to push up free
Okay.
because I don't. I look down at my arm, which is green, and kind of make a muscle, and it's like, no, I'm not like everybody else.
Perfect.
I have responsibilities I can't I can't put aside, even though I hate doing this. And she bites her lip and she says, look, I just can't, not today. Maybe I'll be able to explain that to you one day.
And we'll assume that the phone is hung up at that
Yeah.
point.
And yeah, click.
Dr. Strange, you are clear of conditions, which has been a rarity for you,
Yes.
especially given that you're the Nova. So what's the scene we want to see with you? Is it talking with someone in your life? Is it interacting with another character to try and comfort and support them? Is it something else?
I was thinking that he's been, in worrying about this upcoming confrontation and worried about Eclipso's influence. He's been trying to do some research, but has not had much luck with the limited facilities available at the Sanctum. And so he's going to try to swallow his pride and seek out Zatanna to see if she has any advice.
Oh, interesting. So we see you, kind of slip off from the rest of the group and arrive there at the theater that she works in. And when you show up, she's certainly puzzled, and she says, "It's strange, isn't it?"
Yes, it is. Stephen.
All right. What does the Sorcerer Supreme to be want with me here at this time of the morning?
Well, frankly, I'm worried. We've been dealing with some sort of, and I can't recall, did we ever tie this to Eclipso, or just it's some
yeah.
sort of mind control magic?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's definitely associated with that.
I'm worried about dealing with Eclipso's magic, and I have not had much luck in researching much information about it, and you seem to know more than I do. So I'm asking for help.
I know that a portion of Eclipso's strength, power, was split off and embedded in the gem that's in the Darkhold, the thing that poisoned Catwoman. But the majority of his strength lies elsewhere. It is a corrupting influence. It draws out the worst elements. It draws out. It can't make a person truly evil if they aren't, but it can make every bad impulse, every fantasized dark version of themselves alive. And some people can resist for a while. But it's a difficult thing. You need to locate the gem. You need to deal with that. You can fight the people who are possessed, but in the end, you'll need the gem, but you'll also need to how do I put this? You need to get them in I guess, sedated, controlled, confined some way. They will resist it.
I was hoping you'd have something a little more straightforward.
It's she looks at you and goes, it's magic. You know this as well as I.
I was hoping it would be something that didn't depend so much on the people involved.
Eclipso is
But it's
about,
good information.
yeah, Eclipso is about people. It cost people their lives to split off as much power from Eclipso as they could, to embed it in the Darkhold. Was there anything else?
He just looks up after being lost in thought. No, but thank you. That is very helpful knowing what I'm going up against.
I hope you're not going up against it alone.
Oh no. As much as I would like to, I don't think I'm ready for that quite yet.
She kind of pauses and she goes, well, that's different from what I've heard of you before, but growth is good.
Like I said, if it was just a spell, that would be one thing.
You should go.
Very well, thank you.
Catwoman, what do we want for you in this sort of setup scene here?
I think she's like on the rooftop sitting alone, looking out over the city, just contemplating everything that's going on in her life and professional, personal, when she's probably approached by someone.
Thor, Daredevil, we've got
Yeah.
a couple people who need some help here. Thor?
Yeah, I guess maybe Selena can hear like on the wind is like what sounds like a whistling up and then a whistling down as Thor is tossing his hammer up and down into the air. He's just kind of more of a bored thing than anything else. You can see like maybe from across the rooftops there. He's sort of pouting.
Hey, Van Halen.
Woman, how are you?
This is we're dealing with a lot right now.
I couldn't agree more. I'm a storm of emotions here. This looks fine, but on the inside, it's crazy. My brother, just
Aren't-
these villains we have to go up. I mean, we can win, right?
You're asking me?
Yes, it was a
Aren't you
question. I'm
aren't you
sorry.
aren't you a god? Like, I thought like that was your whole thing. You live for this sort of thing, right? You're like
Yes,
really good at it
yes.
too, right?
Well, yeah, I am very good at it. I'm the best, I think, but I'm
What?
it's just amongst friends, you know. I don't want to scare the others, I guess, but
Well, among
Just-
friends, maybe tone down the ego some.
what?
What?
What do you mean? Sorry, can you play that one back? I don't understand what you just.
You know how
What
you
ego?
you know how you just said you were the best?
Well, yes.
Let other people say that for you.
But how are they supposed to know unless I tell them?
Oh, honey, that's being less egotistical. Like
And this is a good thing.
I know I'm great at what I do. Well, I do brag about it.
See,
I'm not a good
right?
example, but I'm not the example of what you should strive to be like.
Hmm.
You
Well,
you
what
should
should
be
I
out
be
there
then?
like you should be acting like I don't know like who's says she's like looking on the city skyline and probably like there's like a super soldier like billboard like of some PSA type. Be more like him. He's like he does the right thing. He's always like he's modest.
So if I don't brag, I'll fight better? It
I
doesn't make
don't
a lot of
I
sense.
don't know, but like more people will like you.
Hmm. I'm afraid you guys won't like me. Well, now that I've brought in you into this mess with my brother and the gem, I know he was behind all that magic. Sorry.
Goldilocks, please. I'm friends with so many criminals. Like they like me well enough to save my soul from some magic diamond thing. You having a brother that you sometimes duke it out with, that's like family, or I think.
Yeah, I guess it is like family, you think, and I think too.
Yeah, I don't think pretty sure you're the only one here with siblings, so yeah, but like
Overrated by far. By far overrated. Well, look, Catwoman, I don't know about this not bragging thing, but
well,
you've given me
maybe if you give it a try, you'll feel, I don't know, less pressure.
okay, but promise me then if I do something very cool, that you'll be the one to say it. Or else I'll have to, okay? So that's our deal, okay?
All
I'm
right.
serious now. And like I catch the hammer and like I trade hands and I
All
go
right.
to hold out
And
my
she
hand to shake
extends
it.
her pinky. It's like, okay, it's a pinky swear.
Grabs with full hand onto the pinky.
That's not how this works. Extend your pinky.
The deal is made, Earthkin.
So I think there are two things are happening here. One is Thor, you've shared a moment of vulnerability there. So you may clear a condition and you give influence over you to Catwoman.
I think you already had it though, yeah?
I don't know. Possibly. Yes, I do.
Okay. So in that case,
You have to learn a
Catwoman-
secret though, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I will push your mundane up because I want you to be humble,
That's
and
fair.
your superior down because I want you to be less egotistical.
And what do you think is the kind of the secret about your legacy that you're revealing here to Catwoman that she can pick up on, Dor?
I don't know. Maybe that there wasn't a lot of hate for Loki in that conversation. So maybe that there's more closeness with my half brother than I would let on, or that I would say otherwise.
That seems fair. Like an actual strong
I'm not-
bond.
Yeah, I'm not excited to have to fight Loki like you would expect of Thor. There's some regret or half-heartedness here.
And then Catwoman, do you think that your conversation side kind of rises to the level of comfort and support?
Oh, that's what I was aiming for.
Absolutely. Yeah. I just wanted to check in and make sure.
All right. So, and my mundane's a 3 and I have influence. So,
Oh, there's almost no chance you could fail.
well, there's a chance. See, that
Right.
was close. That was close.
So I assume we fall into the 7 to 9 range there.
Yes.
Okay.
I love how you tried to jinx me there.
I always do if I can work it. So Thor, it seemed to be like you heard Catwoman, so
Mhm.
you can mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels.
I cleared, I think I cleared angry. Thor wasn't all that angry in the course of that conversation. Everyone was kind of soothing.
Excellent. So Thor, let's do your scene now. What do you want to do after that conversation with She-Hulk? Sorry, with Catwoman. Jeez.
I'm gonna go punch She-Hulk now. I don't know. I think I'd like to consult with Odin before I go to face Loki.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I'd like to try to get some guidance. I'm either like shouting at the clouds or talking to another raven.
What is it you're asking of Odin here?
I think I'm asking if Loki is part of Odin's like plan here. Right? Like, is this part of the test? Like, what am I why have you let Loki get to Earth? And I think this assumed answer is violence. Like Thor just tells his father, you know I will punch my brother if I have to. I've done it before and I'll do it again. Was there a spot that I was supposed to hit him in, or what's the
And
test?
I think the Raven, again, we see it, and it's a Raven with a scar over one eye, and it turns and looks at you, and it says, "You are brothers." And
Half brothers.
this is a test for you, but I regret putting you here. This is a fault of mine. If I had been a better father, I would have been able to treat both of you equally.
It's pretty hard, seeing as forget I said anything. It's okay, father. It's okay. It's just, what would you have me do to help right your wrongs?
Loki has his reasons for what he does. You must find those out.
And that doesn't involve punching, I assume.
I'm assuming there's going to be a degree of punching,
Okay.
but maybe
okay,
not all
okay.
punching.
Okay, yeah. I see what you're doing there, father. So
Do you?
you'll see soon enough, I guess. But this, you shouldn't be so hard on yourself, father. I'll be back home soon and things will be right as rain. Loki in hand.
I hope that is true. Flies off. So you have +1 ongoing for dealing with Loki himself.
Perfect.
Daredevil. What about you? What do we want to see here for your emotional state, for your conversation, for what you're doing there?
So I am in the position that I've got my game face on. So
Okay.
I am focused on.
You're a little quiet. I don't know if you're
Oh. I don't know how to fix that. I'm not
okay.
sure why it's quieter than usual.
That's okay. I'll just turn it up a little.
So yeah, I am in pursuit of saving Dad, stopping Mr. Gray, and I think what I want to set up is a potential scene with Doctor Strange. I, compared to others, feel underpowered, so I'm gonna attempt to break into the sanctum and get an artifact. Doctor Strange, what's an artifact that maybe you've seen Daredevil be interested in the past or fascinated with?
Maybe some kind of weapon, like a supercharged staff or something.
Ooh, yeah, that's perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna try and break in and steal that staff. And I think it'd be fun to maybe get caught by Doctor Strange.
I think that we've seen like much in the Doctor Strange movie. We've got the area with the cases, with all of the weapons and items and things like that. I think we probably, maybe see a pair of magic size off to the side just to give us our Electra reference as we go through here. And I think, how does Stephen, how do you appear? How do you mean, are you being subtle about it? Are you just showing up? What are you doing when you see Daredevil has made their way into the sanctum, supernaturally skilled, come in, heading for that case?
I think that I'm just having been notified by whatever mystical alarm went off. I'm just charging in. See me come flying in as fast as possible, maybe behind Daredevil so that I don't immediately recognize him.
So we'll assume that there's that knockover as that happens, and Daredevil, you realize you've been caught, and it's Doctor Strange, and maybe he hasn't quite yet picked up. You know that it's dark in here, that it is you.
I think I'm somewhat crouched in the shadows. Say, don't worry. It's just me. I'm sorry to break in, but I need the staff.
And as I'm about to blast you, you see me kind of power down a bit. Turn up the lights and Daredevil, you say you need the staff. You could have asked.
I didn't think you'd give it to me. I didn't think that was an option. And I don't have time. This is a bad situation and people's lives are at stake, and I just don't know that I can do anything as myself. I'm not like you and the others. I can't do these amazing powers.
I don't think you need to. I mean, the staff may be helpful, but really it's your skill that is your greatest asset. I mean, I've seen you do things that I would never have any chance of performing. In some ways, much more impressive. Sure, I mean, I get fancy lights and all the impressive effects, but that carries its own set of drawbacks. If you really feel you need the staff, you're free to use it. But I think it's of less help than you might be hoping.
I promise that I'll return it. I think
Oh, I have no doubt about that.
So Strange, I do think in your own inimitable way, this is a support move.
Yes.
Let's have you roll.
Right at flat. Okay. Ooh, a 7.
Perfect. Think you responded, Daredevil, so you can mark potential, clear condition, shift labels.
Yes, I will clear angry.
And I'm going to give you clears insecure here for going off on your own and breaking into the sanctum here.
That
Feels
was kind of my hope.
yeah, that feels right.
All right.
So yeah, we're going to kind of, page turn to the 5 of you essentially on the docks, the harbor side. By the way, I love your display. Oh no, Daredevil. That is really excellent.
I don't have a Doctor Strange figure.
Oh, that's too bad.
I never liked them. Sorry.
So we'll see you on that harbor side. Here it's dusk is falling. It's getting dark. We can see that, contrary to sort of harbor laws and so on, we can see that not far away from the Statue of Liberty is this enormous tanker vessel that's out there. How it got out there without the Coast Guard, coming in and intercepting or anything like that is unclear. It may be cloaked to the sight of others, but you can see it. There are lights on it. It's clearly at anchor. So the question is, how are you getting over there? I think there is that pause there as you all look at it.
Like an oil tanker?
Yeah, a big vessel. Yeah, way out there in the harbor.
Is it docked?
It is anchored, but it is anchored not far off from the Statue of Liberty.
It really can't be docked if it's that big.
I don't know.
No, worth asking.
I can
Well,
fly, at least some of us.
I can swim.
2 of us can fly. 3 of us could swim, or some of the flyers could carry the swimmers.
We're strange. You could probably portal us, right?
Sure.
All right, if we do that, and I'm not saying we shouldn't, we should just be ready to have no element of surprise.
Yes. They're expecting us. They may be watching us even right now. The question is,
We won't have a chance to
Why?
lay out the.
the question is why are they inviting this confrontation? I mean, it's not like we're, they're major threat. Something's going on.
It's a sibling thing, probably.
Docs it could be, probably. But
It
also
could be. And you saw what they did with Catwoman.
Doc's at the center of this. And I don't know what to do about that.
I don't know if any of us are at the center of it.
No, I mean,
Oh.
he's the biggest threat right now. Loki's made him into the biggest threat.
Then that makes Loki the biggest threat, perhaps.
Yeah,
you
yeah, but
know.
I'm not sure taking out Loki will. The thing is that nobody knows how to take out Doc. I don't know. And
You're talking about the big gray one, or
yeah, that's
Oh, I thought you were talking about Strange.
no, sorry. I call
yes, the big
Okay.
gray one is.
I meant the
is
Hulk.
Doc. Oh,
All right. Okay.
Well,
That makes more
hopefully-
sense.
Hopefully,
He's,
we won't have to deal with the Hulk. If we can deal with that,
he'll be there.
All right. Well, we could stand around here all day, but she just dives into the water.
I thought we were going to Portal.
Oh, wow.
not now.
She is impatient.
Nice
Okay.
dive though.
Okay. So Catwoman, you dive into the water. She-Hulk, I assume you dive in.
Yeah, yep. If we're going the regular way.
Um,
Oh, I could-
Thor.
I
Yeah.
asked Daredevil and Doctor Strange if they'd like a flight over. We could at least, scope it out from on high first.
I think they're gonna be ready for us no matter what. We might as well just get there as soon as we can. And I'll put my arm around Thor.
Doctor Strange.
I'll just take off and assume that Thor is going to catch up then.
Okay. Lifts off the cloak, levitation to you, grab Daredevil, fly over. She-Hulk, you were going to say something?
Oh, I was just saying, Selena, if you want, you can just hold on to me. Get there
Yeah, like
faster.
half a mile in, she's like, I made a terrible mistake.
No sweat, no
I'm
sweat,
the only one without powers.
no sweat, sweetie. Just grab on.
Also,
She-Hulk
now I
swims.
stink like the
She-Hulk
water.
swims like a torpedo.
So Thor, let's do Thor Strange come in. Let's get that scene will bring the others along. That you will see this vessel. It is lit up, and it doesn't look like there's anybody there on the deck of the ship. It does look like the like cargo hold area. Those doors are open, but the ship looks old, kind of rusted. Thor, what do you want to land? Want to go in, play it subtle? What do you think?
I'm gonna be uncharacteristically quiet here. I'm
Okay.
gonna land us safely, gently down. And I turn to Daredevil and what I think is a whisper, but is definitely louder than a whisper. I say, "We have to be quiet now, please. Shh. My brother can hear everything, and I'm sure there's a trap right around the corner." And as I take like one step very gently, and like I'm on the tips of my toes now.
Strange, as you're flying in, what are you doing? Like, how are you playing this as you see Thor zip in and then be subtle?
I was thinking I would try to assess the situation.
Okay. Let's have you make that roll.
Which is a crappy roll for me, but oh, only a 4.
So I think as you are flying over, just as you get over the deck, you'll feel a wrench of sorcerer's power, and your cloak of levitation whips off, and you crash down to the deck, and you see it kind of wrapped up like it's held, and you kind of land there, knocks the wind out of you, and you realize it's going to take a while to break that enchantment, and you're not going to be able to fly. Daredevil, you've landed on the deck. Thor has been quiet, and Doctor Strange has landed on the deck with kind of a crash. What do you want to do? I know you have some abilities to sense things. You can do an assess. We can extend your powers. What would you like?
Yeah, I think, either I think I'm looking for a door down into the ship, but like not rushing through it. I'm gonna get close and just see if I can get a sense of maybe where people are located, if they're nearby, or if I can even pick up on them.
Sure. You got two choices. You can do assess the situation to ask those questions, or you can do unleash your powers, since to extend your senses, since that is in your wheelhouse.
Let's do unleash your powers.
Okay, let's have you roll freak. 4 team in the team pool, 3 carried over from the start here, plus you're going into battle, so that's another 1. I'll come and figure out the rest of the calculation here in just a second.
That is a 7.
That is a 7. You can mark a condition, or the vision that you get is just going to be brief and perhaps incomplete.
Let's go with brief and incomplete.
I think that you will pick up that there are 4 people that you can detect. And I say that word very specifically, that phrase. You can pick up your father's heartbeat down at the bottom of the hold. You can pick up on one of the higher elevations up here, another heartbeat. And then there are 2 very powerful heartbeats that are here, and one of them is moving this way. I think you would have been, well, you weren't present with the gray man, with the Mr. Gray, so you can't really identify that, but you suspect. Does that seem fair?
Yeah, and so I will actually move quietly and whisper to Thor and let him know there's something big coming our way, something probably more suited for you.
Do we have the others up here before I start to just directly?
So let me do this. Let me calculate the team mechanics, and then let me
Yeah.
bring She-Hulk and Catwoman on. So we start with 3, so that's actually 5. Who is the leader? We don't have a leader, so we don't have a team.
Okay, I was gonna suggest Thor, but yeah, I could see not really having.
Don't think you have a leader. I think you have the same purpose in the fight. Like I do think that you've set out with this goal in mind. We don't have I don't think anybody mistrusts, and I don't think you're off balance. So 5. So right now you have 6 team in the team pool. I carried over, as I said last time, because you built up some team pool and we cut off early. So I carried over a little bit, plus the one you got at the start, plus the team that you just got here. So She-Hulk, Catwoman's got a hold of you. You're swimming. Do we see you like clamber up the side? Do you find something? Do you try and like leap up out of the water? What do we see there?
A ship this big probably doesn't have, is not going to have handholds that go anywhere near the water line.
Right.
So as She-Hulk is approaching, she basically, she reaches down and she does a tremendous dolphin kick and jumps up out of the water, and grabs hold of something.
Yeah, like an explosion of water behind you as you do that. And I think even if you land high up, maybe the vessel is not as sturdy, and there are probably some spots there that you can grab onto, and bring yourself whoop up over onto the
Yep.
top deck. Now, let me ask you this. Do you want to come in sort of the same area where you saw the other three arrive, or do you want to be separated?
What do you think, Jillian?
I was gonna vote being separated.
Let's
even
go be
fro- even
separated
from
then.
you. So I wanted to climb up the anchor chain.
Oh yeah. So are you?
You can go up the anchor chain if you want.
No, I want you to jump up while I do the comic panel of us both like the different ways in.
Yeah,
Like,
but I'll
look,
wait. But I'd wait for
if
you. So, I'll wait for you unless you're trying to shake me.
No, like Jen. If you get up there and you cause a distraction, then I'll be able to sneak up, and help you take out whoever is rushing towards you.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's up on deck.
You make an impact wherever you go. Trust me on this.
Yeah, okay. Um,
So yeah, it's the big splash like she had described. As I'm like, "Doo, doo, doo, woo."
So She-Hulk, you'll land, hit the deck there. They'll Thor, Strange, Daredevil from down the other end of the ship. You can hear that boom, that tells you that She-Hulk is up on the deck, and She-Hulk. As you land, you'll hear the twit, 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 as this webbing strikes you and kind of pins you just briefly to the deck, and you see this figure swinging from mast to mast, the essentially the radio towers into radio tower up there, and letting loose with webbing at you.
oh hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what my reaction is gonna be.
I do. Well, we'll come to that and we'll resolve that in a second. Catwoman, what are you doing during this moment of opportunity? You see She-Hulk's landed, she gets webbed up, and you see Spider-Man continuing to swing and letting loose on She-Hulk.
So I think like what she's doing is taking in the situation. Like obviously she remembers that Spider-Man was corrupted by Mr. Gray or Mr. Gray, and she knows that he's not in charge of this, control of this, and they don't have time to have like a friendship ritual with him. So like she's gonna like try to like stick to the shadows, maybe like dark whatever. I don't know what those things are called, but you see them all the time, like those big things that people dive into in movies.
Okay.
They come out of the deck. So like as she's like trying to like, all right, we need to figure out like that guy with the staff, right?
So does this feel like assess the situation?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That's what she'd like to do. She's pretty decent at that. All right. Well, she got a 9.
Okay.
So I wanna spend team selfishly
All right.
because why not? Like all right, and like I mean, and like how it's like selfish, maybe it's like all right, like She-Hulk is like you got this. You don't need my help with this. I've got to find like the 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 gem that's doing all this. Like always, it's down to me.
Okay. Yeah, you ignore or insult one of your teammates.
So I'll bump my superior up to 3 and my mundane down to 2.
Okay.
And then I get a potential because I'm spending selfishly.
Yes.
So, and then that takes it up to a 10.
Okay. So what are the 2 questions?
All right. Let's see. So let me look at my criminal mind because I get some extra. What here is useful or valuable to me?
I think you've got a lot of environment here to work with. But I think you'll also realize that how do I put this? That they do have at least one person prisoner here, and that is until that person is gotten out of here, that's a real danger fighting on this vessel.
Mhm.
Like in terms of allowing the rest of your group to do something, you need to get that person out of there.
Okay. And let's see. What here can I use to track down Loki?
So based on your experience, there is some resonance between the Eclipso kind of infection, corruption, and what did this. And perhaps like subduing one of these may allow Dr. Strange to use his senses to be able to get past whatever mystical cloaking Loki is using. Does that seem fair?
Sure.
Okay. So you're up on deck. Let's do this. Let's take our 10 first break. When we come back, we'll start the action with Thor deciding what he's going to do, and then we will roll forward. Okay. So we're going to take 10. We'll be back. So I imagine this is almost like we're on the next issue, big, old splash page. At the end of the last issue, we saw Catwoman, moving around and thinking. We saw She-Hulk, respond to a mental groan to Spider-Man's webbing. And Thor, when we last saw you, you were asking, is it go time? You hear She-Hulk land on the other side of the vessel, and yeah, it's go time. And you can see a big figure hurtling down the ship towards where the three of you are. What do you want to do?
I'd like to turn to Daredevil and ask him how long he can stay off the ground for. You can't fly, but can you bounce back from wall to wall or hold on to the ceiling? I only need a few seconds. The lightning is
Yeah.
going to go.
That's doable.
I'll give you the signal. Well, maybe you won't see it, but you'll hear it. As I go to turn, and I'm gonna try to smash the hammer and have lightning go right in the path of this guy.
That feels like you are directly engaging the threat, right?
Yep.
Let's have you roll danger.
Roll danger. +1. That is a 10.
That is a 10. Pick 2.
So I'm gonna avoid their blows.
Okay.
And then I want him to be somewhat stunned, whoever this figure is.
Okay. Then I think you let down that lightning. It crackles across the deck of it, blowing parts of it away. And there you see this, the lightning kind of clears, and you can see this shield. And it kind of gets lowered down, and you see this figure that you've seen on billboards all over town. And you will see Super Soldier kind of looks, and you see him nod clearly you're the threat kind of thing. Nods at you, but you can also see that his eyes are that kind of purple glow that tells you that he is inflicted with this Eclipso thing. And he stands up, you hit him full on with that lightning. Clearly did some damage, but he is He is up. This is a worthy foe for you. Dr. Strange, you see that crackle, so on, and oh, super soldier, potentially the most powerful man on the planet.
It's definitely time to try and find the gem. So I think I start out by just sort of focusing my powers to try and locate it, even though I know as a player I won't be able to.
Sure. I think you will. Then let's. Do you want to do this as an assess or a pierce the mask, just to give you some benefit in the course of this?
I would think extend my senses.
Okay, let's have you unleash your powers then.
An 8.
Okay. Do you want to mark a condition, or do you want to just get essentially fragmentary information?
Let's mark a condition.
Okay. I think you will get that same sense that that you need a focus. You need to have one of these eclipsed people to be able to lead back to the gem, and I think you'll realize that. But I think the other thing you'll realize is that this vessel, fragile and rickety as it is also filled with a large amount of flammable and explosive material. And it feels, I think you can sense where those are, that this is a giant death trap. Does that seem like fair info?
Oh, certainly.
Okay. Daredevil, you've leapt off the deck, I assume, to evade the lightning strikes. What do you do now?
I think Thor looks like he's gonna be pretty busy for a moment with this. So I'm gonna shoot a quick word to Dr. Strange that they've got hostages in lower decks. I think I'm best useful trying to get them safely out of here. I'm going down below.
You deal with the hostages, I'll deal with the explosives.
Oh, explosives. Okay, yes.
You take a moment to process that. Daredevil, it is a long way down into the cavernous hold of this place. There's rusty metal. There's all kinds of obstacles on the way. I want you to unleash your powers to get past this physical obstruction.
All right. So that is with Freak again. And I need to remember, I'm assuming my game face gives me +1 to pursuing my objective. That would apply here, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm
100%.
gonna net out my -1 Freak. I'll have a 7.
So do you want to mark a condition, or do you want to make the situation unstable?
I'll mark a condition.
Okay. What do you want to mark?
I'm gonna mark angry.
Okay. Describe to me the Daredevil Acrobatics, of essentially kind of almost looks like a construction site kind of thing, all that metal and jagged pieces and heading downwards. What does that look like?
Yeah, just these like very quick, light touches of moving from piece to piece. There's a a spin in there where he grabs a pole that's sticking out and jumps to it and then swings across. I think now that he's also got the staff, you see some panels of him like planting the staff and using that to like cut corners or even catch himself. Like maybe he jumps too far at one point and was about to like land in some debris, and he sticks the staff out and catches himself real quick.
You'll come down here, land. Your father is tied up. You land in a little bit of water here on the floor of this place. It's you can smell the muck of it there, and I think you can make your way towards where your father is at. He's tied up and blindfolded.
And I'm gonna head over and I'll remove the blindfold and start undoing the bonds if I can. Say, are you
And
okay?
You'll hear this gravelly, deep voice, also in the hold, will say, "Mr. Murdoch."
And just slowly stand up and turn towards the voice.
And you see Mr. Gray. We'll come back to you in just 1 second. She-Hulk, Spider-Man, and you've fought alongside him. You know he is no slouch, not necessarily as strong as you, but he's tough, strong, fast, and that webbing is difficult to extricate from, though, because it was a just a detail of the scene, you can easily pull it off at this moment. What do you want to do?
Yeah, he's all those things, and he's used to fighting powerhouses. I've seen how he does it. So I'm going to give him an opening.
I'm sorry, you're cutting out a little bit there.
So I've seen how he does it. Sorry. Yeah, he's used to fighting powerhouses. I've seen how he does it.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to give him an opening. I'm going to pretend to struggle with the webbing.
Okay.
And give him an opening for one of those enormous kicks that he loves to do.
All right.
And see if I can't catch him with his guard down, especially if this gem's got his mind, maybe his his preternatural canniness isn't operating at full strength.
All right. So unleash or sorry,
This is
directly.
This is directly confront.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to shift danger up. And I'm not feeling very superior right now. Especially not after the camel put down.
Right.
So here we go. 11.
So pick 2 as you smash catch him.
So as he comes down, I break the web and grab him by the ankle and turn and just slam him to the deck.
All right.
I'm going to avoid him, and Catwoman seemed to be nearby, or she seemed to be engaged in something else.
I think Catwoman was around, but I don't think you see her at this point.
Okay. No. Okay. So I can't create an opportunity. So I guess I'm trying to make this quick, so I'm going to try and stun him. Oh, is that an impress, surprise, or frighten, or is that something?
Yeah. I think that will kind of shape his reaction there. Like you slam him into the ground, he will kind of roll away, and where he might have otherwise like webbed you up or tried to engage you kind of as a reaction, you see him kind of sits up, and he yanks on this webbing, and you will feel the deck underneath you kind of tear open, and he drops you down a couple of levels. He clearly just trying to get you away from him, with his reaction there. But it's going to be nothing for you to leap back up there and beat up Spider-Man. Yeah, you definitely felt that crack, heard that smack as you smacked him into that. Probably heard something give in him when you did that. Catwoman.
That's
What are
me.
you doing? What are you doing?
So she's been sneaking through the tubes. I don't know what they're called. But like that's when like she jumps down and like when she sees like I guess Captain Cold or someone, like one of the many villains that's working, and is like, hey, I'm here. I brought them all here, like Master wanted me to. So like yeah.
And he looks at you. Good.
She,
Good.
sorry.
She. Good. Good.
So like
She nods.
oh, she wanted me to report in, but like but this place is a maze.
Oh, well,
So I'm trying to use my move. Are you watching closely
okay.
when you mislead, distract, or trick someone?
Let's have you roll.
All right. Yes. It's 15.
Well, that's a fairly high number. So what's the result there?
I choose 3. On a hit, they're fooled, at least for a moment. On a 10, choose 3. I'm going to confuse them for some time.
Okay.
I'm going to get an opportunity. And I'm going to expose a weakness or flaw. Because there's no way I'm avoiding further entanglement. That's just fun.
I think you will confuse them. I think you will.
I mean, like you were there. You remember what Mr. Gray did to me. So
Absolutely, she says. And I think you will realize that this is not Captain Cold.
okay.
I think that's the Benny you get from like you ought to have fooled Captain Cold, and they're definitely playing like that, and you go, oh no, this is somebody in disguise. Does that seem like fair info for you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, but they've definitely like they're playing in with your ruse, so they have exposed themselves in their arrogance.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go.
Right.
Okay.
All right then. In that case, yeah, I guess I would have like do the whole thing, the punch.
Okay.
Like I was like, all right, so like lead the way, and that's when like I want to try to lash out with I want to choose violence.
So when I choose violence, then let's have you roll directly engage. We'll get what that result is, and then we'll flip back up to Thor.
So I got this thing this that I stole from Strange's place. I called it the monocle of Macedonia. And I got this move, no powers and not nearly enough training. So I'm gonna like use this thing, like maybe I'll pull it up to my eye to like see better. It lets me roll mundane instead of danger. So
Perfect.
I'm gonna do that. I'm like, all right, like maybe this can see through. Oh, okay, I can see through the illusions, I guess. So I can better lash out. And there's a 9.
That is a
So,
9.
I mean, nobody's there to help me.
That's exactly it. You are alone, which is the
Can I
price.
spend it selfishly again, though? I don't know. Right there. So yeah, I'll try and spend it selfishly if this makes sense to you.
And so, how would you insult or offend your teammates? In
Oh,
doing
okay.
this?
because I'm holding this monocle of Macedonia, and like I stole this from Strange. That idiot does like has terrible at keeping track of his things, and maybe because like it's connected to him, like he's it's channeling back into his brain, so he's hearing like the thoughts. I'm like, it's like he doesn't probably doesn't even know what this does.
I like that. Like
I
so
totally know what this does.
you'll hear that echo Strange. So we go to 4 team in the team pool, and you go up to a 10 plus. What do you want?
All right, so I want to take something from him.
Okay.
So, if he's got that staff, I would take that staff.
I think that's a little much now, but I think you
know.
can take what kind of weapon he has here with him,
Okay.
like his daggers.
Okay, yeah, I'll take his daggers.
Okay.
Sure.
And then what else?
And I will resist. I'm not, no, I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies. Because, like, Strange knows wherever he is. Maybe he even sees through the monocle and sees me facing down with Loki.
Perfect. I think that will triangulate for Doctor Strange. That even though you've insulted him, you've given him a clue to the location there. What he will lash out with his power, swing and swipe at you. So let's have you take a powerful blow.
Sure. I have 0 conditions, so I'm still going to roll a 10 probably.
We'll see.
That's a 7. Okay. It's not
Okay.
as bad.
So what do you want to take as a pick there?
So, all right, let's see. I am going to. All right, let's. Okay, yeah, it's like, all right, I'm gonna lash out verbally. So Thor, I found your brother. You probably want to punch him right now. He's really been acting up. I don't know about the super soldier thing. Like, get down here, you big dumb blonde.
Okay, so essentially suggestion is Thor that he should ignore the enormous
I don't know about that.
right
you.
in front of him threat to come down here, render himself vulnerable. Then let's cut to Thor. Thor, you'll hear that kind of echo through here. Catwoman calling you out, even as this figure shield standing up, rising up from that superhero crouch position.
Yeah, I'd like to take the hammer and like let it fly out in front of me and try to wrap the handle on one of Super Soldier's like fists to like send it out, send Mjolnir out to sea. Super
Okay.
Soldier can't fly, right? Let's get him off the ship.
So this feels like unleash your powers to try and move him away temporarily, essentially get him out of the picture for a moment.
I mean, for as long as that hammer's flying, it's around his wrist. That is 8.
So you can mark a condition, or he's going to be right back very soon. You at least cleared him out of your way on this round.
Yeah. I'm gonna mark angry.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. Let's go see about Loki. So I like try to make him fly out, and then like without the hammer.
And if he will fly out, and you've heard that, you start striding down to get to the inside of the ship, where Catwoman is at. Doctor Strange. What do you want to do?
I think as soon as I sort of sense the scene with Catwoman and Loki, I will teleport there directly.
So you want to charge your powers first?
Sure, let's try that. Oof. A 6.
Need some help?
Couldn't hurt.
Okay. What is it that Catwoman that you're doing to push him to succeed? If you want help from him, for her rather.
And forgive me, Dr. Strange, what were you were charging? Oh, you're charging up your powers. Okay, like Strange, come on. This is your thing. You can do this. Just bury all of your problems and do it.
So that will push you to 7. So mark a condition, and you're going to hold 3 burn.
Mark angry.
Okay. And you're going to spend that burn to move to where they are.
Yes.
Okay. Then I think, again, is that classic portal?
Yep.
Okay. I think we see you step through, and you see Catwoman and this figure where sort of the after image of Captain Cold illusion is still on them. Otherwise, like, they are blank to your spirit sight, to your vision. They clearly got that cloaked as you pop up there. But I think we're going to, I think charging and then teleporting has taken your opportunity there. Loki registers your presence. Daredevil.
I think, I turn and face him, and I just say, why are you doing this? What do you want?
This feels right. This is a kind of destruction that now that I'm in control and have my intelligence with me, like I did at the start, I'm back, and I'm never letting go of Banner again. And I need to clear away all the debris of his past life. You are collateral.
So that's it. Wreck everything.
Wreck, no, destroy.
So the way I came into this room doesn't seem like an option for getting my father out. Is there another entrance somewhere?
There, that would be unleash your powers to find it if you want to try and do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get a sense of the layout and what the escape route here is.
Okay. Then let's have you roll to do that.
That is an 8.
That is an 8. So you can see that there are some stairs here that go up, and if you could grab your father and leap and try and get from that scaffold to another, there is a clear path up. It's going to be dangerous for your father. So you have a choice. You can mark a condition, or you might not protect him entirely.
I am going to mark a condition.
Did you take your +1 ongoing for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I have mine as 1 freak. So
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay.
Flat. I'm gonna mark afraid.
Okay.
No, that's gonna hurt my chances to directly engage. Come to that.
Yeah, I think just like, how is it that you grab him and get up before Mr. Gray can like get a hold of the two of you?
Did we establish what the staff did? If not, I'm gonna create something.
Please.
I'm
We didn't.
imagining that the staff maybe is like one of these, like it like can extend and shrink,
Mhm.
you know? And so I almost picture like looping, I don't think I finished fully untying him. So like looping the staff behind his restraints and just like extending it to like pole vault him up to the next level.
Perfect. Yeah, you use the staff of the Monkey King,
I was thinking it's Sun
as
Wukong's
Catwoman
staff.
says.
Yeah.
And I think there is a moment like when you're doing it and having to kind of leap again that you have to stop because you look like there's some rusty metal. He kind of swings past, like he's almost caught on it, but you stop it, kind of freak yourself out and flip up to the top of the deck. You see Thor is coming past you. You see Super Soldier out sort of above the water with this hammer kind of grabbed onto him, but you've got your father up here to the deck. And here is where I think that Mr. Gray sort of makes his mistake, is that he bellows out from the bowels of this ship, "Come back down here or I'll come up there and tear your father limb from limb." We cut to She-Hulk, and you hear that echoing, booming voice reverberate through the ship.
I am there.
So you are trying to get to that spot.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's whether that's above board or, you know, pile driving bulkheads as I go down the corridor.
So I want you to unleash your powers to smash your way through this ship.
Okay. Checking something. Nine.
That is a 9. There is 3 team in the team pool. Do you want to use your team?
Arguably, Daredevil has helped me a great deal here by provoking She-Hulk. So yes, I'm going to do it.
Okay.
Um,
What do you want to shift?
Freaks going up.
Okay.
And Superior's going out.
Okay. So tell me what that looks like. Like, give me the on panel. Like, what do we see you tearing through to get to this hold?
The She-Hulk puts her hears it, takes a look, at the ship, where there's bulkhead doors in the way. And she puts her shoulder to it. She just charges down the corridor and the door, and the doors go flying. And at the end there, of course, there's probably a more impressive doorway of some sort with a big wheel in it or something like that. And she just grabs hold of it and wrenches it off its hinges. And with your permission, I'll have just to follow on the previous dialogue. She says, "How about me? Am I just collateral damage?"
No. You just need to be destroyed.
Doc, I know you're in there, and I'm going to find you.
I think we get that like nice big panel shot of the two of you facing down. We cut to Catwoman. Catwoman, it's you and Doctor Strange versus Loki.
Nice of you to show up, Doctor. But it's like we're like looking down Loki, and it's like, and I'm looking at this sword of his I got, and like, hey, Loki, right? I know your brother. He's he's probably on his way, but I gotta ask, this whole plan where you're working for Eclipso, how does it feel to be second fiddle? Like, everyone's gonna know that he's the true power behind you.
Let's have you roll provoke.
Okay. That's superior, and I have +1 forward. That's a 7.
Uh,
So like what I was trying to get him to do is like basically, I guess, fight the corruption of Eclipso, because I'm assuming that like or you're just have him like, yeah, fight with his ego, I guess.
well, I think what you see is you see him pause and goes, I am no servant. This gem is a tool that I have used and will continue to use. And you have no idea. Do not pretend to think that the mundane power of that controls me. No, and he shakes the staff. I control it, and I am using it for my ends.
Are you though? Because have you looked at your eyes recently?
So you're shaking kind of, I think that that they will not be paying attention when Thor arrives. How does that sound?
That sounds fine. Yeah.
Thor, how do you do this?
We've only got a little bit of time here. So it's it's three of us in the room with Loki.
Okay.
And I got the drop on him.
You can get the drop on him. The wide hallway. Strange is there. Catwoman is there. You're
And he's
remembering
holding
that
the
Super
staff.
Soldier can fly.
He's coming back here. I've only got the minute. I think I'm just gonna try to just give him a big bear hug. Brother, we're together. And it's like it is both a greeting and a grapple.
Okay. So this feels like directly engage.
Is this a comfort though?
It's something in between. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not trying to hurt him too bad. I want him to know I'm there. Like when someone slaps your back a little bit too hard, that's Thor. This is Thor's version of it.
Let's do provoke.
Yeah.
He's already provoked.
Rolling on superior.
Yeah.
All right, I'm at a -2. Yikes. That is a 5.
It's a 5. I think you go to grab at him, and there is that blink shift where you smash into the wall, and he steps back and cracks this staff that he has on the floor, and it will echo and reverberate through the ship, and you'll hear a sound like a cracking, like a yawning, like something is starting to tear, and you feel the ship shift. Does that seem fair?
That was just from the staff clattering to the ground.
No, that's him slamming it on the ground.
Oh, slamming it on the ground.
Yeah. He's clearly the ship is beginning to sink, and but his eyes are definitely on you.
Hello, bro.
He says, I'd hoped to have a little more time to play before I dealt with you.
Fun's just started. And he's going for a punch or something like that. Or at least try to get the other. This is an opportunity for someone else to hop in here too.
Okay, Dr. Strange, Thor rushes to take a swing at his brother after this escape from the grapple. What do you want to do?
I will tell Catwoman, we'll keep him busy. You get the staff. And directly engage Loki.
Okay. Let's have you roll
crap at.
danger.
I think I'm at 1.
Yep.
Oh.
Oof.
A 3.
3. Then I think as you move forward to utilize your powers, suddenly he's there up on you, and he puts the pointy end of this staff in you. Please roll. Take a powerful blow.
$14 from one extreme to the other.
Wow.
Remove yourself from the situation
Oh, geez.
or lose control of your powers.
We're still early in the fight.
Or you could take two
You're not
conditions,
dipping
right?
yet.
Paint,
Yeah, you can also take 2 options from the 7 to 9 list.
If you want to provoke me to stuff, that's easy.
Or you can provoke, or you can, well, the provoke thing implies that it has to hurt, right?
So what do you want to do?
I've been a jerk, so
Yeah.
I deserve it.
Or you can, yeah.
I think losing control of my powers is probably.
What does that look like when you essentially destroy the area around you here?
Just to sink this shit.
Like, what do we see?
I think you see me sort of stiffen up and my eyes go back in my head as energy begins to build up around me and just begins whipping around the room and expanding.
And I think there is that sort of like the area around Thor, Catwoman, you have to kind of leap back away as this section of the ship just gets blasted apart. I think causing more damage to the superstructure of the ship. And Strange, this feels really good. It feels like that chaos that you touched, that you sensed in Wanda. You feel that like flicker at the back of your mind, and it feels good. Loki is kind of thrown back. Catwoman, Thor, it just all over the place. We've got almost like now 2 different, like we've got Gray and She-Hulk in the hold, and the 3 of you plus Loki in this blown out front section of the ship now. Which brings us to the person who's not engaged with either of those, Daredevil. What's going on? What's going on? Says your dad.
Just keep moving. We gotta get off the ship.
Who are you? Who are you?
Don't worry about that right now. I'm just gonna keep pushing him up the stairs. Faster, faster.
So let's have you roll defend. I think you want to get him out of here more than anything else, right?
Yep. And I'm gonna affirm my identity.
Okay.
And I think you, like, we see Daredevil, knocking debris out of the way, clearing the path, pulling him along, like really just making this doing the work as much as you can. So I'll swap my mundane and savior, and I also get +1, so that is a +4 overall. All right, that's an 11.
11. So how do you get him to safety? Is there a lifeboat, or are you sending him off so that he can swim over to Liberty Island, or what?
I like the image of not a lifeboat. There's like life jackets.
Okay.
And so wrapping him up in a life jacket and just saying, you can swim to Liberty Island, right?
Yeah. Wait, what?
And then chucking him over the side.
And he will sploosh. And I think you hear the wind whistle. And then there's this enormous figure by you. And you can feel your senses bounce off the shield that he has. And he's standing there and moving towards you. We'll come back to you in just 1 minute. That brings us to She-Hulk. I used to be like you. I used to be like you at the start. But over time, over many changes, I became Banner's uncontrolled side.
I know. So I saw it happen. And I know better than anybody what you used to be, Doc. Who you used to be. Who you still are underneath all that. Yeah. That's the way it's got to be. I try to provoke him, but I don't think he's susceptible to my words.
No.
So, so it's just like you're coming with me one way or the other. I'm gonna do that or die trying. And you know, the traditional start is to pick up some huge heavy object and throw it at him. So I'm going to do that.
Okay. Big old engine.
Yeah.
So you want to do that with directly engage?
Yeah, it's directly engaged.
Okay.
Well,
all right. Pick 2.
I'm going to avoid his retaliation. And well, my allies are busy. So I'm going to impress him. Actually, I'm going to take something from him for a moment. I'm going to knock him into the superstructure.
Okay. Crash him into the superstructure there. Taking his balance, essentially.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to take him off balance.
Yeah. Knock him back, knock him on the balance. I think as he's sitting up, he's kind of pulling himself up and he says, this is his reaction. He says, I wonder how many times changing it will take before you lose absolute control, before this self becomes just a mindless destroyer. Pushing himself up out of there. Clearly knocked the wind out of him, but he is standing up. Let's come back to Catwoman. You hear this crashing. You have leapt to grab yourself a perch here.
I have an idea. Like,
Please.
with Strange going crazy with the magic, could some of it like have just like teleported her away onto the deck?
Okay.
So I want to end up like near this in the super soldier situation. Like,
Yeah.
oh, come on.
You blink. Daredevil's like standing up from having thrown this person over the side. Super soldier has landed. You.
I was like, oh no, come on. And you know, he's looming over my friend. And
Right.
she's just gonna like, all right, well, just take this sword and like stab at his shoulder, the back of his shoulder, I guess.
So is your goal to defend, to pull
No,
him
actually,
off, or are you
so
doing directly engage?
I'm trying to directly. Okay, so like, there's the meta of like the result of which is more of a directly engage because
Mhm.
like there's this. I'm using this no
Magic
powers.
blade, yeah.
Yeah, the sword of truth, which like reveals the truth to anyone that is cut by it. So like the idea is, which she doesn't know, is that like it'll maybe help him like see past the corruption.
Let's have you roll
Yeah, so
directly
like
engage.
there's like the text box that like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not it's not the inner thought, but it's like the unseen narrator, like the watcher talking.
As seen in Tales of Astonish, number 11 kind of thing. Okay.
All right, so I get to roll with mundane. There's a 14.
That is a 14. So pick
So,
two.
I want to take the corruption from him. And I'll create an opportunity for my allies. Because like presumably like Eclipso feels the loss of the super soldier.
Yeah, let's I think that will make him stagger back. I mean, as you know, the Eclipse thing is hard to
Yeah.
move, but you will get him such that now he is fighting it himself.
Gotcha.
But that shield swings out
Of course, yeah.
and smashes it at you. Take a powerful blow as the super soldier casually strikes you.
Hey man, you're better than this. Come on.
Oof.
There's an 8. So I'll take 2 conditions.
Okay, what are you marking?
Afraid? Because I just got walloped by the super soldier. And I think insecure because everyone else has superpowers. I'm a girl in a cat suit.
Yeah. So yeah, they see him stagger back, and he is like clearly we can see that Eclipso energy, that magic, washing over him, and he is fighting against it. Let's come back to Thor. Dr. Strange lost control of his powers, blew out a section of the ship. Catwoman's gone. Dr. Strange is kind of getting back up. Your brother is there, kind of coughing after he stabbed Dr. Strange.
What's the deal with the staff?
He still has it.
And after he slammed it, like the whole ship rocked. And
Yeah, you feel that the ship is starting to sink.
but when he did it, it didn't bother him though, or would I've sensed that like the control was disrupted by being smashed on the ground, or
He is not controlled. I think you can sense that this is him. This is his will controlling the power of that gem. I think that's a horrible revelation for you.
that he's like this is him.
Yeah.
I think I think Thor like gives a sigh, and then he goes to grab for the staff,
Okay.
calling Mjolnir back, and he says to Loki, "Do I have to smash this toy, brother?
Let's have
Or you let go."
Let's have you roll danger, directly
Mhm.
engage, try and take this from him. Kind of turns, raises the staff up. We hear the pump, 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 pump as Mjolnir is punching its way through the ship.
8.
8. Pick one.
I mean, got to take something from that,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. I think you will, on your hits, you will get a hold of that staff. And then I think you look down and he has stabbed you. Mark a condition. And he says, "This is your punishment. This is your punishment. This is the way that you get to learn your lesson. This is what Father does for you. He sends you down to earth so you can revel in this place. Me, I do anything, and I'm chained up with serpent venom. I'm locked away. I'm thrown away. But you get all the second chances. You get all the redemption. Now I'd like you to roll take a powerful blow."
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah. Perfect.
So I took insecure on that. That was a good. Yeah. Thor's pretty messed up, man. I think he's gonna try to offer him a way out, but that's an 8 plus 3 is 11. Oh.
What would you
no.
like?
I give ground, so I fall. Thor like he takes the knife and he falls like down to one knee. Oh, I think I have to go for like okay.
And what's the other? What's the other?
Yeah, what's
choice?
the other one? I guess I don't think I'm gonna lash out Bert. I guess foolhardy action here or give influence. Ooh. I think Loki's got me at this point, right? I think I'm down on one knee, knife in the side, and I say, it doesn't have to be like that, brother. I'm sorry. It's not too late for you.
So I think
Let go.
you're giving him like he has the choice now to finish you off. Like you're opening yourself up, not only the opportunity, but you expose yourself like
Mhm.
this is me, and he's standing there, maybe caught between choices.
Mhm.
Doctor Strange, this chaos is just running through your mind. You look up, you see Loki standing over Thor with a dagger. What do you do?
I will directly interpose myself.
Roll savior.
It's up to 3, right? Yes. 10.
10.
You have a condition, don't you?
Oh, probably. Neither of which affects that.
Insecure.
Oh,
is like
to
savior.
defend. There we go.
Yeah.
So an 8.
So do you think you're exposing yourself to danger or escalating the situation?
I'll be selfless and expose myself to danger.
Then I think that I'm going to have you mark a condition.
Okay.
Don't have to take a powerful blow, but just mark a condition. And you also get to pick one from the list. Add team to the pool, take influence over Thor, or clear one of your conditions.
Let's mark afraid. And clear insecure.
I think that, yeah, you leap in the way and he does smash down at you, not with the blade of it, but with the hilt of it. Clearly intending to inflict just kind of pain. And you're suddenly in the way and probably crash down in front of Thor. And you see Doctor Strange take that blow for you, Thor. Daredevil. Super Soldier is there, struggling against this effect. Catwoman is there. She's cut him. You can hear, I mean, you know instinctively that this ship is falling apart, is creaking. You know, She-Hulk is down below with Mr. Gray. I mean, you have the senses of what is happening here. What do you want to do?
I think I gotta help Catwoman
Okay.
right now with Super Soldier.
How do you want to do that?
I think it's you know, I'm Catwoman. I've got
We've
your
got to
back
talk
here.
to him. Like we can't punch him. He's super soldier. What are we gonna do?
I think we need more punching right now.
What? I don't. Oh, you're insane.
So I'm gonna come at him from the other side.
Let's have you roll directly engage.
Let's see. What is my stat there?
You're insane. What are you doing? I feel bad just stabbing him.
That is a 7.
That is a 7. You're going to trade blows. What do you want as your 7 to 9 pick?
I'm going to create an opportunity for my allies.
Okay. You bring this staff down on him. And I think that reverberates across him. And he staggers forward, and you see him kind of clutch his head and falls to the ground. Crashes down in front of you, Catwoman.
You just knocked out Super Soldier. What the what the hell?
Super Soldier's shield is laying at your feet, Catwoman.
Wow.
That's the opportunity.
All right, well, I'll take this.
He'll be fine later. We've got to deal with what's in front of us.
What do you want to do, Catwoman?
Well, I'm gonna grab the shield because, like, I don't know if the sword, like, the sword maybe like vanished. It was like resummoned back to Loki, I guess, for when
Right.
it went to stab. I was like, all right, well, we've got, like, if he's down, we've got to go help the others somehow.
Do it.
Should we? Where's She-Hulk? I'm actually, she's gonna slip up. No, she's not gonna slip up. Where's She-Hulk? Where is she?
And look here, you can hear that smashing down in the hole down below.
All right. Oh, and like, since like the ship's like breaking apart, like I see like
Yeah.
this gap directly down. This is stupid. This is so stupid. And like, I'm just gonna dive down with the shield first, aimed right at the Hulk, like Mr. Gray.
Have you directly engaged a threat?
Yep. It's only a +1 because I'm afraid, which makes sense considering what I'm doing.
Right.
Oh, actually, can it be like a defend?
Yeah, we can do that.
It's still the same. It's still the same, but like,
And the
Mr.
effect
Gr-
is not. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's have you roll defend.
yeah, like I want to, like, as like he's
Standing up and getting
maybe,
ready to throw
yeah.
his engine block at She-Hulk.
yeah. So I'm gonna do a defend. That's a 5. All right.
So I think you superhero land, shield, smash into this thing, and it catches you. And the engine block goes flying back. You go flying back kind of into the water there. Let's have you take a powerful blow.
All right. All right. All right. All right. A 9. So
A 9. That's not bad. What do you want as your picks?
I think what makes sense is the opposite give ground.
Yeah.
Like, did not clear off. I'm like, I got the shield. I can't. Oh,
I think you go flying. You've got the shield maybe caught on something, but you're kind of going into this water where part of the ship has busted open, and you're trying to get yourself back up from it. Your ears are ringing from that blow. The shield absorbed most of it, but if it had hit you, would have been a splat on the wall. She-Hulk, you see that.
Alina. Yeah, I slipped.
And what do? Is this the time for your moment of truth?
Uh-huh. She'll kind of goes to herself for a moment, takes a couple of deep breaths, and when she looks up again, her eyes are red and bloodshot, and she says to Mr. Gray, to Doc Banner, she says, "You tangled with the wrong woman." And yeah, the whole ferocity comes out.
And so you you get to let loose, break whatever's in your way. Nothing can stand up for you. Tell me what that looks like. How is that you pull the strength together to just take him out?
The first one is a punch, and he goes backwards, into some of the ship material, and before he can extricate himself, she is on him, has grabbed him by the front, and he slammed him up against the bulkhead wall, and is just landing hammer blow after hammer blow with her other fist. And in between them, she is saying, "You punch, don't punch, get punched to hurt my friends." And the last one sends him, crashing through, the entire, 3 or 4,
Yeah.
chunks of hull material.
Blows out the section of the front of the ship, like tears out that, sends him flying away, just absolutely laid out.
And she turns, and then Selena can see the fury is still there, and she's never seen She-Hulk like this.
We'll cut away from that to Thor. Brother's there in front of you. He's revealed the pain he feels, his anger, his resentment.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the first really honest words he's spoken to you in a long time.
Yeah, I think I've got a. Do I still have Strange in the room?
Yeah. Strange is clearly took that blow for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I think maybe I try to I'm gonna say, Strange, give me a moment. As the hammer comes back and I try to like fly out, me and Loki. My brother and I need to talk alone. I'd be willing to like take another hit for it as like we're jostling around as we try to fly.
I think that's in the fiction. What is it
Mhm.
you want to do? Is that I can't remember. Did you unlock your moment of truth?
I did. I'm that's what I'm trying to shoot for somehow here.
Yeah. So yeah, tell me what that looks like. You get to narrate the scene when you do that. Like She-Hulk, just absolutely deal with it. You grab your brother.
Mm-hmm.
What do we see? How do you stop him?
I think it's by apologizing and recognizing. Thor maybe doesn't need to brag so much. Thor maybe doesn't need to always put his brother down. Sometimes he should be lifting his brother back up. And I tell him, I don't like what you've done here. I was having fun. But brother, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be the way I am. And I know you will only ever be you, brother. But I need to help you. And you need to let me help you. And father too. We have to do better. All of us. I'm sorry.
And you hold on to him as he's trying to writhe away, and gritting his teeth, trying to not look you in the face. But I think it is that holding on that finally you do, like he has to turn and look at you. And I think he can see that you're being sincere, truthful. And I think that kind of shocks him into kind of just like he kind of goes limp in your arms.
Mm-hmm. It's time for us to get back now. Not just the ship, but to Asgard. Let's do this.
And he nods. Dr. Strange, there is a crackling staff that is rising up from the ground down there, and you will hear a thwip and you see this figure come swinging in to grab it. What do you want to do?
Grab it first.
Okay. What do you think that is to do that? Is this your moment of truth to deal with the Eclipso gem, or do we want to resolve this some other way? What do you think?
I was thinking of using it to.
Yeah. So tell me what that looks like. Spider-Man, clearly the gem is controlling him, trying to get him to grab it so he can take it elsewhere. It's kind of flying up. The crackling of that. You're down here alone with it. What do we see happen?
So I've been hoping to get back to the team, but apparently we need to take care of this now. So I think I just.
Well, and you can narrate moving the place of this. You get full narrative control here with your moment of truth.
Sure, I will grab the staff and teleport back to we have Catwoman and Daredevil still there.
Yeah.
Watching She-Hulk. Okay. So I will teleport there and
teleport up. Thor can see you. Catwoman's down below. Daredevil is there. Super Soldier is on the ground.
And say, I have the staff, but watch me. It may be too powerful. And immediately you see me try and cast some sort of, mystical binding on it with, energy around my hands, sort of crackling into this sphere of energy around it. And my eyes go all purple. And then we see me having visions of myself reveling in my newfound power. And but we cut back to my face in reality, just desperately struggling. And eventually you see the purple light in my eyes fade. And I've managed to contain the power of the Eclipso gem. But who knows what contact with it has done to me.
Kind of drop to the deck. This thing is contained. Just the energy exhaustion washes over you. But you feel it, and I think we'll see Spider-Man down below collapses there. Daredevil. What do you do? Ship is sinking.
Yeah, so it seems like ship is sinking. The control has been broken. So we've got at least one unconscious super soldier who needs help getting off of this. Yeah, I think I'm just trying to take stock of who can get themselves off versus who's going to need help.
Well, certainly you can get Strange and Super Soldier. They're right by you. Get them off and get them safely away from here.
Yeah, I'm going to strap a life vest on Super Soldier also.
Okay, even though I think we see you grab them, go over the side. Catwoman, you see that look on She-Hulk's face.
You good? Because we gotta go.
It's almost as if she's a little deaf right now. She,
So, then-
she reaches out and she's, she just casually snaps a piece of,
Hey.
A bit of girder loose and pitches it into the corner.
So yeah, she's gonna it's like hands both sides of your head, your eyes to look to me. Hey, hey, look at me. Look at me. Take a breath. It's over. We got to get out of here. Trying to comfort and support her.
I don't even think we need to do that role here because I think like, here's the question, She-Hulk. Do you respond to this?
Yeah, it's Selena. I'm gonna respond. Anybody
Yes.
else? Selena's the only one I can see clearly. Anybody else, I might have a little trouble just telling whether or not they were an enemy or a friend at this point.
And I think, Catwoman, you can get the two of you out of here. Well, we'll assume Spider-Man comes to and flips his way off of there, so you don't have to worry about that. But we'll see you get off. I think we'll see the four of you plus Super Soldier, on Liberty Island there.
She-Hulk wraps Selena up in this giant embrace that's almost, and enfolding, and and then gets her out of there. It's this, it's tender, but it's also just got so much. There's so much power held in check behind it. It's like getting embraced by a crane or something like that, and Catwoman can feel it. And then they're out.
See you guys on that shoreline, strange, worn out, exhausted. Daredevil, your father's kind of wandering away because these are super beings. He doesn't want to be near any of that. Catwoman, you still got that shield. She-Hulk is standing there. Thor has Loki, and it almost looks like they're talking there up in the air. And I think this is a point at which we need to cut to epilogues. So, Thor, what do you do? What is the aftermath of this for you, for Loki? What do we see? Is it here on Earth? Is it in Asgard? Is it a combination? What is the last word we're going to see?
I think it's uncharacteristic, right? So you think of Asgard, it's up in Asgard, but it's not you can see like we cut through there, like the panels of the dining hall. It's empty. There is no feast. There are no like revelry going on. It's a quiet like conversation between Odin and Loki and Thor, just trying to an awkward conversation too. But it's just one where there's just some honest talk. You can see sort of it wraps as like Odin's got a hand on both of his son's shoulders, trying to give them some words of encouragement. And Thor saying that he needs to, okay, so we'll spend some time, maybe a month or two, being all friendly, and this time it's going to take, okay, it'll be better this time, but after that I would like to go to Earth. I've learned my lesson there, at least the first, but I think there's more for me to learn by being with these Earthkin. And perhaps Loki, you can come and we can stay there together, brothers.
He nods. Still uncertain, but you know that things are going to change, and probably for the better. Catwoman, She-Hulk, your destinies are very entwined here. So my question is, which of you wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay. Let's start with Catwoman then for your epilogue here.
Right. So like the panel cuts away to the Hall of Avengers or Hall of Justice or whatever the Justice League Avengers
Mhm.
headquarters are, as like they're like breaking up and super soldiers there, and like he doesn't have his shield because he doesn't know what's going on. And so when like she drops down from the ceiling, like lands on the table, like, and that's when like the alarms go off. It's like, hey, this is yours. You should probably, I wanted to make sure you got it back.
And he takes that kind of clearly uncomprehending. Aren't you a villain?
Well, I don't like labels. Oh, is he trying to shift my labels?
I think so.
Yes. So is he trying to shift my, what is he trying to shift?
I think he's more dangerous. I think he's trying to shift your danger up.
All right. Well, I want to reject just because I have the move that gives
Absolutely.
me- So, I got a 9. So, look, I like to toe the line. So, but I'm trying to be better. And I've like you're the suit. I can't keep your shield. That's like, I don't know. It's just not right.
He nods and takes his shield and says, thank you. I'm sorry I was wrong.
No problem. Am I going to get arrested if I try to walk out the front door?
No, I'll take care of that.
Okay.
She-Hulk, what's your epilogue?
I think we're in a diner and Selena and Jennifer. Jillian. We have that date.
Mhm.
And we're having a good time. Telling jokes and making fun of other superheroes. And and then towards the end of it, at one point She-Hulk sneaks in with a smirk. She says, "So you gave the shield back, huh?"
It's the super soldier. He's like the purest. Come on.
You're,
Also, it's bright yellow and red.
you could have sold it.
Ugh, no.
lots of
That-
super villains would have traded you anything you wanted for it.
Then like I would skyrocket up like the shield list.
Is that really your concern?
What? So
Hey,
and
hey, look.
Mhm.
I want to say something.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. That kiss was amazing. And frankly, I'm I wouldn't mind having 100 more like it. But I'm not sure this is a good idea. Not because you're, not because you like to steal things. Because I know deep down, there's no malice in it. But after what happened on the ship, I'm afraid I hurt you.
I'm used to getting hurt. But what I think you need to figure out who you want to, like, we both need to figure out who we want to be. Do you want to be Jennifer Walters or She-Hulk?
Hey, I'm a modern woman. I'm gonna have it all. You watch. But right now, when you were standing there with that shield for a moment, I didn't see you. You know, I saw the shield. I thought, oh, it's super soldier here. And I almost took you out. You know, Doc was right. We're not so different. And maybe one day I'll learn to control my temper, but I can't say I can do that yet. And the idea of getting angry, really angry when I'm with you is, well, that's not something I ever want to happen.
Catwoman, how do you reply? Kind of, she's going over the same territory. Like, what do you say?
And it's like, I look, I can't promise that I won't ever make you angry. I'm really good at pushing people's buttons. If
Yeah.
you haven't noticed. So if you want to play it safe, that's fine. Pretty sure your captain, Layla, already doesn't like me anyway, so
Fuck that.
it's fine. But
Are you, what do you want? Right now, right
waffles.
this very fucking moment.
um, let's just enjoy the rest of the night.
That's what I want.
Let's cut on that kind of ambiguous note there. Dr. Strange, what do we see of you in epilogue? You've done amazing things, but at what cost?
Indeed. But I think what we see is see a panel of me walking through the mansion, and in the background we see the monocle of Macedonia and the staff, Daredevil views back in place. But as it turns out, I'm seeking out Wanda. And I managed to corner her. Say, Wanda, we need to talk. When
Okay.
I first saw you arrive with Mordo, I thought very little of you. I thought you
Angry
were
look
just,
on her face a little bit there at that. Bristles.
I thought you were just another pawn of Mordo, but recent events have convinced me that perhaps we are more alike than I thought. I do not trust Mordo in any way, shape, or form, but I think you're more powerful than him. We could learn from each other.
She nods. I think maybe we see that the corona effect of your power and your soul that we've seen throughout the series around you, but we also see a little bit of that chaos and those kind of intertwine, almost maybe yin yang kind of thing there. How does that sound?
Okay, sounds good.
Daredevil.
I think, this whole event doesn't get discussed at home, of course, but we have a quiet few weeks afterwards. Matt catches up on the schoolwork he's been neglecting. kind of mends things with Foggy, and we see some college applications getting sent out. And there's, you know, these thoughts and discussions about like, can I be Daredevil and a college student? Is that even possible? Is that a thing I want? And so a few weeks keep going by, and then the strange phone calls start happening again. And one night I hear Dad slipping out at a late hour. So I choose to tail him. Sure enough, it's a meeting down at the docks, and that's when I know. Yeah. Can't hang it up just yet.
Excellent. Excellent. I think that's the last panel is you kind of got that overhead shot of you watching this and coming to that realization. And that's our series, everybody. Thank you all very much. I would like to do a quick once around on things you want to throw out as stars, things you liked this session or overall. I do want to, before we go, Chris, thank you so much for coming in this last part, really jumping into Thor, bringing it up. It was really good, and I appreciate that when somebody can come in kind of midstream and did a really good job. So I just wanted to call that out. Much appreciated.
Oh, thank you. That was awesome. I think everyone got a good moment of truth and a big turning point over just the few sessions I've been in on. So
Yeah.
awesome.
So other stars, anything else you want to point to?
I mean, all over the place. So where to even start? I think your Loki thing got me, man. Thor was done. He was done for. Twist the knife in his back, really, like figuratively and literally. Oh, that got me for sure. And then just the Hulk versus Hulk action too was really cool. Yeah, just all around, lots of cool fun stuff. And then Strange, I think you really had a great through line there too. That moment of power, but you know, learning to make it your own, or I don't even know how I would say it, right?
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome all around.
I want to say I'm so glad people unlock the moments of truth, because those are great things. And sometimes you play in series, you with masks and like nobody will take it, you know, because it's not necessarily cost effective in some ways. But it's really, really cool for the ending.
Yeah.
Jolene.
I loved when Thor like crashes in and just hugs Loki. Like that moment, I'm like, oh yes, he loves his dumb brother. And
Yeah.
like the Hulk showdown. Also, I love Daredevil and me when we're like, we gotta talk him down. And Daredevil's like, we should punch him. Like, why? He's so good. So we got lucky. And yeah, moment of truths are always fun to see.
Oh yeah. Brandon.
I thought there was just wonderful things to like all around. Daredevil's focus on saving his dad, and shepherding him up no matter, you know, what was going on otherwise. And Dr. Strange is losing control, and I thought the ship was going to sink. You know, it's like I thought frankly I was going to be the one to sink the ship ultimately, but I thought, oh no, they beat me to the between Loki and Dr. Strange. It's going down. And thank you, Jolene and Lowell, for endangering Catwoman during that last fight, because that was the dramatic push off point that needed to be for the moment of truth. And I loved, and the, you know, Thor's laying himself bare before his brother, and then managing to pull at Loki's familial ties. was great. So that was all great. And then thanks to Jolene in general for playing complicated romance.
Yep.
Me? Never.
Well, it's just like at the end, it was like basically as you wanted to say, it's like, okay, you've seen me at my worst now. What do you think?
I do want to call it, Craig. It's the Nova is a tough one, but I really like the arc that we had with that. The powers, and especially that ending fail was kind of really good there. That last fail, and then kind of turning that around. So I thought that was awesome. Greg, thoughts, stars you want to throw out?
Really liked the confrontations with your not exactly nemesis, but important people for you, for all the people in this last session, especially Thor's, where we get to actually see Thor's vulnerable side a bit. That was a nice switch for your character.
Mhm.
And poor She-Hulk having to beat on Hulk. It's the only way she can deal with it. And Daredevil with his father, liked the laser focus on that. Very, very true to your character. And Catwoman, thank you for over the entire series being the emotional center of the team.
Mhm.
You're always there to support us and add more complications, but we like the support too.
Awesome. John?
Yeah, I think the standout line for me was Thor talking to Catwoman and saying, "Okay, you have to say I'm the best."
Yes.
That's our deal.
Great line.
This whole series was fantastic. I loved the arcs everyone got, and the mix of action and emotional stories and everything that we were able to bring. Lowell, you did fantastic with the villains and stuff. The whole Loki controlling people is just so much fun. You have to fight people that you don't want to fight, but what else are you gonna do? So I had a great time.
Awesome. This was a pleasure to run. It was kind of an experiment to do this in masks, and I'm glad I did. And it's certainly a setup I will do again.
That was going to be my wish.
Yeah,
Run this series again.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
I do like I do like this kind of setup. Does anybody else want to throw any wishes, any things you want to throw out?
Yeah, that's my main wish.
I'll echo.
I love fan
echo,
fiction, hate writing.
I'll echo Jolene. This is, I love this setup, and I'd love to see you do it again.
Yeah, I'd like to see some other people try it too. Because there's so many great characters to play with out there. And it's a nice chance to give your spin and embrace the fan fiction. That's for me is the best part. You really, let's just embrace it and have the most fun with it. Because for me, all RPGs are fan fiction. This just has it written on the label, so it's all good. Thank you all so much. I'm going to stop the recording right now.